Okay, so we've started the 8 steps, we've managed our expectations, checked out our QMS, secured a trainer agreement, and we have that file, prepared learning material in the way that we have forms 3 and 4 ready for presentation, and gathered document evidence. That was covered in the eligibility, but the document evidence like your CIPC. We are now going to submit evidence to the QCTO just in line with their requirements here, which is these 8 items. We have prepared those 8 items and are ready to upload them to the QCTO SharePoint. We click on their SharePoint link and that takes us to the SharePoint folder. Here are the files that I've prepared for this purpose, and they are your tax clearance certificate, your solvency letter, the CV of your trainer, the agreement with the same trainer, the lease agreement for the training venue, legal appointments. Now I supply the templates to legally appoint your occupational health and safety rep and your incident investigator. You need those 2 appointments, so I've included the template for how to appoint them in the QMS. The CIPC document, and then these are forms 3 and 4. In this case I'm applying for 3 skills programs for first aid 1, 2 and 3 for this client, and as a result I've included forms 3 and 4 for each skills program, for form 3 and form 4 for SP 230801, one for each one. The workplace MOU, here I've just created a text document that says there are no workplace modules as part of this curriculum, but if you had a curriculum that does use workplace modules, you would need to include your workplace agreement. And as simple as just dragging and dropping, and the files will upload. Here we say uploading 14 items. Okay, these items are being uploaded. That'll create a full set, and then just reply to this email, send a screenshot of the file upload, and just reply to the email and say the files have been uploaded for desktop evaluation. So that's where we are. So gather documents, submit the files to the QCTO SharePoint as shown, notify QCTO's desktop administrator that you have uploaded the files, just let them know. And from here you begin your monitoring phase. That means you have now submitted your application to QCTO, including the evidence. Their turnaround time on how long it takes an application to be completed is 90 working days from the time that they receive the files. Now, their policy is a little bit too open. It says from when they've received the files and the files have been checked and are all valid kind of thing. But that's not really fair, because that means that if they never ever check if the files are right, then your turnaround time would technically never start. But I would hold them to it that from the time that you've submitted your files onto the QCTO SharePoint, that turnaround time has now begun. That is 90 working days. It used to be 90 days, then they changed it to 90 working days. And I can tell you that they do sometimes meet this turnaround time and sometimes they do not. 90 working days roughly translates to a little over 4 months. There are working day calculators you can get that work out how many South African working days there are. So we've now submitted the application, including the evidence that they asked for at this point, and our turnaround time begins now. 90 working days for this application to be complete. That means the day you get your accreditation letter or a rejection letter, if you've somehow messed this up, it needs to be completed within 90 working days from now, as is QCTO's current policy on turnaround time.